أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين، والحمد لله الذي بعد فلا يرى وقرب فشهد النجوى تبارك وتعالى، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبو القاسم محمد. وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. واللعنة الدائمة الباقي على أعدائهم ومبغضيهم وغاصب حقوقهم ومنكر فضائلهم ومناقبهم من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى لقاء يوم الدين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم في قتل أمير المؤمنين عليه الصلاة والسلام. 21st Eve of the holy month of Ramadan is a tragic eve in which we lose the commander of faithful Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullahi wa salamu alayh. It becomes extremely difficult for anyone, for that matter, to speak about the grand personality of Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is a man who is beyond human comprehension. A man that human mind cannot comprehend. A man who cannot be profiled by any psychologist. A man who lives beyond, yet at the same time, a man who shows to you and I how to live within the people as a leader, within the people as an imam, within the people as an individual who is making his life meaningful. As far as his birth is concerned, amazing. The birth of Ali takes place, Kaaba itself, the whole of Mecca is known as Haram. The whole of Mecca is known as Haram. You can pray your Salat, Qasr or full. So it is a sanctified place in itself. Within Kaaba, there is the Haram, even more sanctified than the Kaaba itself. And within the Haram, there is the Kaaba. And within was born Ali ibn Abi Talib, salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. His death takes place in Kufa, again inside the masjid. And he celebrates his death by saying, Fuztu wa Rabbil Kaaba. By the Lord of Kaaba, Ali has succeeded. Let me take you through one or two aspects of Ali's life through his own language, the language that he used to express who he was himself, how he was raised by the Holy Prophet of Islam. What was life like for Ali ibn Abi Talib in his own words? In Nahjul Balagha, Amir al-Mu'mineen talks about his relationship with the Holy Prophet. He says, وَلَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمْ مَوْضِعِي مِنْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ بِالْقَرَابَةِ الْقَرِيبَةِ وَالْمَنْزِلَةِ الْخَصِيصَةِ. Do you know of my relationship with the Holy Prophet of Islam? وَلَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمْ مَوْضِعِي مِنْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ بِالْقَرَابَةِ الْقَرِيبَةِ وَالْمَنْزِلَةِ الْخَصِيصَةِ. That I held a special place with the Holy Prophet of Islam due to my closeness of relations to him. Then he says, I want you to observe this. Fatima bint Asad is alive. Abu Talib is alive. But Amir al-Mu'mineen is being raised and looked after and given tarbiyah by the Holy Prophet of Islam. The mother is there, the father is there. So he now talks about how he was raised, Imam alayhi salam. He says, وَضَعَنِي فِي حِجْرِهِ. This is Nahjul Balagha. He says, وَضَعَنِي فِي حِجْرِهِ وَأَنَا وَلَد or walid. He used to place me on his lap when I was a child. وَيَضُمُّنِي فِي صَدْرِهِ. And he used to hold me tight to his chest. وَيَكْنُفْنِي فِي فِرَاشِهِ. And he used to allow me to sleep in his bed. يمسني جسده ويشمني عرقه. He used to allow me to smell the fragrance of Nubuwah. As I sat with the Holy Prophet of Islam. This is how he's being raised. Imam alayhi salam is talking about how he was being raised. And then he says, all this time I was together with the Holy Prophet of Islam. What I have learned is through him. What I have been inspired by is him. What I understand is him. What I live is what the Holy Prophet of Islam has given me. Then he continues. He says, وَلَقَدْ كَانَ يَمْضَعُ الشَّيْءِ. He used to be so careful about how he raised me. He used to take a morsel of food and then place it in his mouth. And then he used to chew it. وَلَقَدْ كَانَ يَمْضَعُ الشَّيْءِ ثُمَّ يُلْقِمُنِي. And then he used to give that to me, that morsel to me, morsel by morsel in my mouth. As a result of this, Amirul Mu'mineen says, as a result of this, فَمَا وَجَدَنِي كَذْبَةً فِي الْقَوْلِ وَلَا خَطْلَةً فِي الْفِعْلِ. As a result of this, the Holy Prophet never heard a word of lie from the tongue of Ali, nor did he find any weakness in the character of Ali ibn Abi Talib. فَمَا وَجَدَنِي كَذْبَةً فِي الْقَوْلِ وَلَا خَطْلَةً فِي الْفِعْلِ. And then he carries on that the Holy Prophet of Islam was, an angel was appointed for him, who used to lead the Holy Prophet of Islam every day and guide him as per Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command and instructions. So he says, وَلَقَدْ قَرَنَ اللَّهُ بِهِ مِنْ لَدُنْ أَنْ كَانَ فَطِيمًا أَعْظَمَ مَلَكٍ مِّن مَلَائِكَتِهِ يسلك به طريق المكارم ومحاسن أخلاق العالم ليله ونهاره. He says there was an angel who was appointed for the Holy Prophet of Islam, who used to guide him every single day. And he used to give him the new flags of akhlaq, new areas of akhlaq. He used to show the Holy Prophet of Islam. Then listen to what Ali says, and this is the beauty of Arabic language. He says, وَلَقَدْ كُنْتُ أَتَّبِعُهُ اتِّبَاعَ الْفَصِيلِ أَثَرَ أُمِّهِ. And I used to follow the Prophet like a baby camel follows its mother everywhere. This is how I used to follow the Prophet. وَلَقَدْ كُنْتُ أَتَّبِعُهُ اتِّبَاعَ الْفَصِيلِ أثر يرفع لي في كل يوم من أخلاقه العلما. Every day he displayed a new akhlaq before me. ويأمرني بالاقتداء به. And he commanded me to follow that akhlaq. And then he moves on and he says, وَلَقَدْ كَانَ يُجَاوِرُنِي بِحِرَاءٍ. You know what? The Prophet used to take me together with him in the cave of Hira. وَلَقَدْ كَانَ يُجَاوِرُنِي بِحِرَا أَرَى نُورَ الْوَحْيِ وَالرِّسَالَةِ وَأَشُمُّ رِيحَ النُّبُوَّةِ. I used to see the nur of the revelation and I used to smell the fragrance of Nubuwah. Sitting next to the Holy Prophet of Islam, he used to see the revelation upon the Holy Prophet of Islam. This is how he was raised. And then he says, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ حِينَئِذٍ بَيْتٌ فِي الْإِسْلَامِ غَيْرُ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ وَخَدِيجَةَ وَأَنَا ثَالِثُهُمَا. There was no household except three. The house of the Holy Prophet, the house of Khadija, and I was the third of them. There was no other Muslims at that particular time. That is why in the Muslim world, he is known as كَرَّمَ اللَّهُ وَجْهَهُ. May Allah honor the face of Ali, because it is the face that never bowed down before an idol. It was a face that never bowed down. The prostration was always done to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you study this Ali, when you begin to see what this Ali ibn Abi Talib is, you begin to realize that this man cannot be comprehended by a human being. He's beyond human comprehension. He lives a life, an amazing life, and he celebrates his life at the end. Dirar, and this is probably connected to my subject somewhat, and inshallah I will continue with it tomorrow. But Dirar was a lover of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Muawiyah once called upon Dirar, and he asked him, Dirar, why is it that you love Ali ibn Abi Talib so much? What is it about Ali that you love so much? What is it that Ali has given you? Why is it that you eulogize him all the time? I mean, this is not Mitham al-Tammar. This is Dirar. Dirar is being asked the question. He was an old man. Dirar was a very old man. They say his eyebrows had fallen. His back was bent. When Muawiyah asked him this question, Dirar took a piece of cloth. He tied it around his waist so that he could stand straight. And then he looked right into the eyes of him. This is what the follower of Ali does. He looks right into the eyes of Muawiyah and says, you are asking me what Ali is? May I tell you what Ali is? لَقَدْ رَأَيْتُهُ وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ فِي مِحْرَابِهِ قَابِضٌ عَلَى لَحْيَتِهِ يَتَمَلْمَلُ تَمَلْمُلَ السَّلِيمِ وَيَبْكِي بُكَاءَ الْحَزِينِ وَيَقُولُ مِنْ قِلَّةِ الزَّادِ وَطُولِ السَّفَرِ. He says, do you know what Ali is? I have seen this Ali. لَقَدْ رَأَيْتُهُ وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ فِي مِحْرَابِهِ. He was standing in the niche in his mihrab. قَابِضٌ عَلَى لَحْيَتِهِ. Holding on to his beard. يَتَمَلْمَلُ تَمَلْمُلَ السَّلِيمِ. Shaking as if he has been beaten by a scorpion. وَيَبْكِي بُكَاءَ الْحَزِينِ. And weeping a very sorrowful cry. وَيَقُول. And you know what he said? مِنْ قِلَّةِ الزَّادِ. What little provision Ali has with him. This is Ali. من قلة الزاد وطول السفر. And how long is this journey of mine? This is Ali ibn Abi Talib. But then he gives a balance. So here he shows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different light altogether. Then he shows a different angle. Salman al-Farsi comes to Imam Ali alayhi salam. And he says to Imam Ali, Ya Ali, can you please autograph my kafan for me? Salman wants an autograph in his kafan. You know, when you go to Karbala, people buy kafan from there. Within there is a piece, a small piece, which has apparently a signature of 40 mu'mineen in it. People want the scholars, the people of taqwa, their parents, whoever they are, to normally sign and say, Allahumma ghfir li hadha al-mayyit. Oh Allah, forgive this mayyit. They become the shafi' for that particular mayyit. Salman al-Farsi buys a new kafan and he brings it to Amirul Mu'mineen. And he says to Amirul Mu'mineen, Ya Ali, can you please autograph this kafan for me? Amirul Mu'mineen writes a poem. And I want you to listen to this poem. And he shows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different light altogether. He says, وَفَدْتُ إِلَى الْكَرِيمِ بِغَيْرِ زَادٍ. He writes in this kafan a poem. He says, I have gone towards my Lord without any zad, without any provision whatsoever. Here he was saying, min qillati zad. Dirar said, Amirul Mu'mineen said, what little provision Ali has. But then he shows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahman and Rahim. How does he show him? He says, وَفَدْتُ إِلَى الْكَرِيمِ. You know what Kareem means in Arabic language? Sakhi is one who is generous. Jawad is one who is generous. So if you go to a Sakhi, he will give you something. You go to a Jawad, he will give you something. They say Hatim Tai was Sakhi, Ibn Sakhi he was. He was a very, very huge Sakhi. He was someone who was extremely generous. They say he had 40 doors to his palaces. And if a faqir came from one door, he received. If the same faqir came from the second door, he received. If the same faqir came from all 40 doors, he did not go empty-handed. So he says, what is Kareem? First of all, Kareem is not Sakhi. He is the highest possible level of generosity. Kareem is he. When a faqir comes to him once, he receives enough for him not to return back. This is a Kareem. Now Imam Ali alayhi salam is writing this. وَفَدْتُ إِلَى الْكَرِيمِ بِغَيْرِ زَادٍ. I have gone towards my Kareem Lord without any provision. You know why? فَحَمْلُ الزَّادِ أَقْبَحُ كُلُّ شَيْءٍ إِذَا كَانَ الْوُفُودُ إِلَى الْكَرِيمِ. Because to go to a Kareem Lord with your own provision is an insult of a Kareem himself. He shows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different light altogether. There is Rahman and Rahim Lord. He says, for me to take my provision before someone who is Kareem is an insult of a Kareem. He writes this in the Kafan of Salman al-Farisi. This Ali, who lives amongst the people and tells them, you have seen the letter that he has written to Maliki Ashtar. But there is one letter that he wrote to Uthman ibn Hunayf. And he explains to Uthman ibn Hunayf and says to him, Uthman ibn Hunayf was appointed the governor of Basra. And he was told by Imam Ali alayhi salam to govern and rule over the people with justice. And that they should realize that they are appointed by Ali and that they are the naibs of Ali ibn Abi Talib. That responsibility, that status that they are holding must be realized by themselves. Apparently, Uthman ibn Hunayf was invited by some rich individual or a young man who invited him. Uthman ibn Hunayf, due to his authority, due to his status, due to his power, went there. Imam Ali wants Uthman ibn Hunayf to understand how to live with the people. He says to Uthman ibn Hunayf, he says, أما بعد يا ابن حنيف, O son of Hunayf, فقد بلغني أن رجلا من فتية أهل البصرة دعاك إلى مأدبة. It has reached me, it has reached Ali ibn Abi Talib, that a young man from Basra invited you to a grand meal, to a banquet. And you went to this banquet. And before you, there were foods of variety of colors. They were presented before you, he says to him. And I saw you, and it has reached me that that's how you presented yourself and you enjoyed that particular meal and that evening. However, I want you to know, ألا وإن لكل مأموم إماما. For every ma'mum, for every follower, there is an imam. I want you to understand this. He writes this letter, يقتدي به. And the responsibility of this ma'mum is to follow the imam. ويستضيء بنور علمه. And that he must take from the nur of the knowledge that his imam has. He says, Allah, you ate the best of the foods. You enjoyed the meal. You were invited to this elite group of people. You went there as my representative. He says, O Uthman, remember, ألا وإن إمامكم قد اكتفى من دنياه بطمريه. For your imam, he has made it enough for him only to have 2 pieces of bread. This is how I live. You may have gone and had the best of the meals because of your authority. But your imam, قد اكتفى من دنياه بطمريه ومن طعمه بقرسيه. And 2 meals, he has taken 2 morsels of food for himself, making it enough for him, 2 loaves of bread, and only 2 pieces of clothes. And then he says to him, but I understand, ولكن, I know, ألا وإنكم لا تقدرون على ذلك. I know you as an individual will not be able to do that. But as my representative, ألا ولكن أعينوني بورع واجتهاد. Help me in establishing piety. Help me in establishing akhlaq. Help me in establishing piety on earth. Help me and support me in establishing chastity within the people. This is how Ali ibn Abi Talib preferred to live amongst the people. When we look at the life of this great individual, when he serves the poor people, a poet in Urdu says something beautiful. He says, ये और बात है, वो बोरिया नशी था मगर. It is something else that he used to prefer sitting on the floor. ये और बात है, वो बोरिया नशी था मगर. वो अपने ज़ेरे कदम तख्त व ताज रखता था. He was the king himself. To him, authority was nothing but the dust of his feet. ये और बात है, वो बोरिया नशी था मगर वो अपने ज़ेर कदम तख्त ताज रखता था। अजीब बात है, फाकों में जी रहा था मगर। इट इज अजीब, अजीब अजीब बात है, फाकों में जी रहा था मगर वो अपनी मुट्ठी में सबका अनाज रखता है। अजीब बात, अजीब बात है, वो बोरिया नशी था मगर वो अपनी मुट्ठी में सबका अनाज रखता है। Yet he preferred to eat 2 morsels of food. How do we understand this Ali? How do we comprehend him? I think Allama Iqbal sums it up for us. Allama Iqbal says in a beautiful poem of his, a 4-liner poem, he says, even if you try to understand this man, it is not going to be possible for you to understand this man. He says, जहां पर खत्म होती है हुदूदे अक्ल इंसानी. You know, where the human intellect reaches its pinnacle and the highest possible position or status that the intellect can achieve. He says, जहां पर खत्म होती है हुदूदे अक्ल इंसानी, वहां से मुर्तजा की शान का आगाज होता है. It is from that place that Ali ibn Abi Talib begins. A man who says to Imam Hassan, after receiving a blow on his head, Kulthum brings a cup of milk for Imam alayhi salam, and she gives it to him. Due to the state of pain that he was going through, he is unable to drink it. He drinks some, and then he calls upon Imam Hassan and he says, listen, what is left of this, give it to Ibn Muljim. He calls upon Imam Hassan and says, give this to Ibn Muljim. Where do you find a leader like Ali ibn Abi Talib? He gives a wasiyat, and he says in the wasiyat, O Hassan, O Hussein, these are my wasiyats, that you must make sure after my death, just in the name of Qutila Amirul Mu'mineen, make sure that you do not create any kind of bloodshed. Allah, Allah fi jiranikum. Be careful about your neighbors. Be careful about your salat. Be careful about your sawm. And then he says, Allah, Wallah, Wallah, he says, Wallah, Allah. Fil Quran, make sure that you understand Quran. Make sure of your responsibilities with Quran. In this wasiyat, last wasiyat of Imam, he says, make sure la yasbiqukum ahadun bi'amali bih. Do not allow anyone other than yourselves to excel in Quran Majid. This is the wasiyat of Imam towards the end. Imam gives his wasiyat. There comes a time when Janab Kulthum listens to a sorrowful cry of Amirul Mu'mineen, and she says to him, oh father, what is the problem with you? He says to Kulthum, I hear Ibn Muljim's cry. I hear the cry of Ibn Muljim. Tell Hassan to loosen the rope from the hands of Ibn Muljim. This is Ali ibn Abi Talib.